Thanks for joining us for another episode of Q&A with Kline May Realty. I'm Karl Principal Broker at Kline May Realty. And we're going to start off, as always, with our local coffee. Today I'm enjoying a delicious cup of a Sumatra blend from Red Rooster Coffee in beautiful Floyd, Virginia. This is a super interesting cup of coffee. It smells a little nutty when you first raise your mug, and then has a very nice smooth flavor with a little bit of a fruity taste at the end, which frankly I don't typically notice. Super good. I would highly recommend it. So last week we talked about escalation clauses, and this week we're going to talk about something that follows from the use of escalation clauses in competitive offers. This week's question is, what happens when my appraisal comes in low? The answer there is, it depends. If there's an appraisal contingency in the contract protecting the buyer from that situation, everyone is a little bit different, but generally it's going to give the buyer a few choices, which would be the buyer can either proceed on to closing and make up that shortfall out of their own funds. They could renegotiate a different price with the seller, or they could terminate and get their deposit back. And depending on their abilities and the market, it could go any one of those ways. If there's no appraisal contingency, the buyer said, hey, I'm going to pay you this for your house, then that's what they need to do, and it's their responsibility to make up any shortfall out of their own funds. That's very important for sellers to consider. If you're on the receiving end of multiple offers, you want to make sure that if your buyers are escalating the offers higher than your asking price, that there is not an appraisal contingency in there that would roll that price right back down to what any of the other buyers who are competing would have paid for it. If you have questions about that, please talk to your favorite real estate agent. And if you have questions you'd like me to answer here, you can send them to questions@klinemay.com or just comment on this video below. Thanks very much. We'll see you next week.